Hazardous travel conditions continue in Siouxland. Strong winds howling and snow still falling. The latest just ahead.
Visibility is poor and travel not advised. All across Siouxland, drivers are being told to stay off the roads. And Dakota County starts signing up people 65 and older who want to receive the vaccine when it's made available to that age group. News 4 at noon starts now.
From KTIV, Siouxland's news channel, this is News 4 at noon.
Siouxlanders are being advised to stay off the roadways today if possible. Visibility in some places ranging from poor to zero, with gusts that have approached 70 miles per hour this morning. In Woodbury County, the sheriff's office is asking drivers to stay home and stay safe. In Monona County, people are being advised to go out only if it's an emergency. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today on this Friday. I'm Al Jones. A blizzard warning remains in effect for most of the viewing area today. This winter weather has been causing multiple closures and some dangerous driving conditions. We continue to see light snow falling in Sioux City right now, coupled with that strong wind, and the biggest problem has been those gusting winds blowing that snow around today. Storm Team 4 meteorologist Jared Lansford's been tracking the conditions all morning. And how are things looking out there right now, Jared?
Well, it kind of depends on where you are, but overall, not great. We're still looking at a lot of issues out there. We have been seeing the snow get a little bit lighter for some of us, but we're still looking at some pretty gusty winds, even if they're not getting up to those heights as far as wind gusts that we were seeing earlier. We're still seeing some gusts over 50 miles per hour. And when you have any snow falling at all, that's going to give you problems. You can see a lot of that purple showing up in much of the area, indicating travel not advised, and then blue for patchy coverage for most of the rest of the area. But the visibility has been our biggest problem, and it remains so at this time. Near zero visibility still in Storm Lake, and most of our area still looking at that visibility under a mile as we blow that snow around. Whiteout conditions in some of those open areas with wind gusts that are still approaching 60 miles per hour there in Norfolk at this time, and we've had one as high as 67 miles per hour at one point. This is what it looks like outside of Emerson, Nebraska. You can't see much at all there at the intersection of Highway 35 and 9, so still going to be a tough go of it.
I can't even tell what I'm looking at that. It's all snow.
You're looking at a lot of snow. Yeah, that's it.
Jared, thank you very much. We'll get the full forecast in just a few minutes from you. Let's check out some of the scenes around Siouxland. This was the view in Jefferson, South Dakota in the last hour. Officials at the Union County Sheriff's Office say visibility has improved a bit, but they are still advising people to stay home. They say they've seen very little traffic out there today, and thankfully no accidents reported in Union County, South Dakota. With snow and strong winds in the Norfolk, Nebraska area today, here's the scene there. Visibility while driving very low in areas. Officials at the Norfolk Police Division say that unless traveling is absolutely necessary, residents should stay home and stay safe. Are you kind of getting the theme here today across Siouxland? Well, we'd like to see how things look in your neighborhood. Send your pictures in. Show us how much snow has fallen in your backyard. Kind of hard to measure with that wind. Perhaps you have some cool photos of today's windy conditions. Maybe your kids are braving the elements outside enjoying a snow day. Send your winter photos to us to connect at KTIV.com. You just might see them here on the air. Blizzard conditions are prevalent across much of the Midwest today. This is a live look at the blowing snow in Omaha, Nebraska. Looks like the ball field right downtown there. And check out this video from the National Weather Service, Omaha. Their meteorologist managed to launch a weather balloon, just a balloon and not herself, into the sky early this morning. You can see the entire video right now on the KTIV Facebook page. It almost takes her along with it, but eventually she does successfully launch it, and it actually did go up, not straight horizontal. All right, here's video from Des Moines, where heavy snow and strong winds made travel treacherous. Semi-trucks and cars became stranded in the massive storm that blanketed interstates down there. In addition to snow making roadways hazardous, the blowing snow reduced visibility greatly. Des Moines is also under a blizzard warning until 6 p.m. You can see cars driving on the snow-covered roads in Waterloo, Iowa this morning. Waterloo reported 6.5 inches of snow at the airport. Scattered snow showers are expected to fall throughout the day and night into the night in Waterloo. Of course, you can always stay up to date on the latest weather conditions with the Storm Team 4 Weather app. It is a free download from the Apple and Google Play app stores. In other news today, Dakota County, Nebraska is getting ready to offer COVID vaccines to people 65 and older. Residents can now get on the waiting list. KTIV's Emily Schrod has that.
Residents 65 and older in Dakota County, Nebraska can now sign up to be on a waiting list to get their COVID-19 vaccine. They can call the special number Dakota County Health Department has set up or fill out a survey. Leaders with the Dakota County Health Department say they've seen a lot of feedback from the community after announcing the waiting list.
The community has had a great response of calling and getting their name on that waiting list, and along with our survey that we have out there, and there's a link on our Facebook page to that survey.
While the department's last clinic vaccinated at least 60 residents, they're looking at going bigger for the next round.
Oh, absolutely, and we've had more than 200 people respond.
She adds it's great to be able to continue moving forward in the phases of vaccination.
It's amazing. We want to get as much as our population vaccinated that is willing to get vaccinated.
And where there's a will, there's a way.
No, there will be no cutoff for the 65 and plus. Whoever wants to get vaccinated, they'll get on our waiting list and we'll work our way through the list.
Trauma adds they'd like to do more drive-through clinics like they did previously, but it's all dependent on the weather. She reminds Dakota County residents they only need to set up their spot once.
I just really want to emphasize we've had a lot of duplications. People will only need to call once or fill out the survey. They don't need to call and fill out the survey.
Continuing to look toward the future. Emily Schrod, KTIV News 4.
Once they know the vaccination date, those who sign up will receive a call. We have the link and the phone number inside this story at KTIV.com. Even with the new federal guidelines, Nebraska's North Central District Health Department is still urging residents under age 75 to wait until February to sign up on the statewide registry. By the end of the week, the department will move to COVID-19 vaccination Phase 1B in the 9 counties it covers, including Antelope, Holt, Knox, and Pierce counties in Siouxland. People who qualify for Phase 1B and live in and those who live in the North Central District may register for a COVID-19 vaccine at the Health Department's website. There's the address on your screen. Crawford County, Iowa has one of the highest COVID-19 positivity rates in the state. Right now, the Iowa Department of Public Health reports the county's positivity rate at 22.3%. That means roughly 1 out of every 5 tests comes back positive for COVID-19. That is the 5th highest rate in Iowa and the highest among northwest Iowa counties in Siouxland. Crawford County currently vaccinating frontline healthcare workers in Phase 1A. It's unclear when they'll be ready to move on to the next phase. So who's more likely to get a COVID vaccine, men or women? Well, a CNN analysis of a dozen states that publish demographic information online found that about twice as many women are being vaccinated. In at least 3 of these states, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Pennsylvania, records that do include gender say that women account for more than 7 in 10 people vaccinated. But experts say this may reflect more on eligibility, being that healthcare workers and seniors are vaccinated first. Women live longer, and they represent 70% of full-time healthcare workers, according to the Census Bureau. And this just in from the Woodbury County Engineers Office, going back to our weather situation today. Due to high winds, heavy drifting, and blizzard conditions, they're pulling county motor graders from gravel roads to help keep paved roads open to traffic in the county. Also from Woodbury County, snow removal will continue until 5 this evening and will then stop and resume tomorrow. So again, everyone's being encouraged to stay home and not travel if you don't have to. They're even pulling the road graders off the gravel roads and putting them on the pavement. Well, with just 5 days until Inauguration Day, we'll show you the unprecedented level of security at the United States Capitol.
And we continue to have whiteout conditions in portions of Siouxland. How long those strong winds and snow will continue coming up.